The process basically is kind of two parts. It's covering the kahili with tea leaves and then adding the lei to like adorn the kahili appropriately with their, if they can, with their island flower. Usually it's very difficult and costly to do that, so usually whatever color matches their island, that's what we request from them. They have a lot of responsibility actually, and the onus mainly falls on the princess. Punahou does provide some of the material for them, but really ultimately it's finding a lei maker that can follow the instructions that we need them to do, and then providing the lei, which is a very big expense, and it's a big time commitment because it has to be accurate for it to be beautiful.
Lots of tea leaves go into it, lots. But it's like mainly based on tea leaves, and then you just have your flowers and they go around it.
I think they've been doing kahili since the beginning of the pageant. The kahili represents the ali'i, so as long as they've had a court, they've had kahili. But when I was a child, I remember the kahili, and it was made very differently than it is now. Now we have like hakule that we tie to the kahili, but the kahilis that you'll see tonight, they take 5 leis. So if you can imagine, that's a lot of lei that they have to do. So the process is kind of slimmed down some, but it's still a labor of love.
We have this paper that Auntie Walea gave us, so it like specifically tells us what the measurements are. So we gave that to the florist, and she made the leis for us. They want it to be like natural and like to the eye done, so it's good to use flowers. Also, it looks really pretty, and there's like different arrangements, and the islands have different colors. So I think it also like stands out because each flower is like a specific color, like yellow, like green, and so if you have like one specific color, it really makes the flower stand out, which represents the islands.
Usually we would wear a dress the same color of our island, but we did it differently this year because we really wanted our lei to stand out. So I have a lei that has crown flower, sea grapes, and a purple flower. It's really featured because we all have our own entrance and everything. I think they really want us to learn about, well, first of all, how much work is put into the program, and also how they're actually made, because it's a big part of the culture. It leads in the ali'is and everything, and it's a big part of the court.